Hello everyone! By the end of this tutorial, you will be able to control the distance between stitches, the scale, and even the stitch length. Now, to create the stitches using geometry nodes, we need a curve first. And if you already have a mesh, you can just convert it to a curve. Now open geometry nodes, add a new setup, and to create the stitch, I will add a Bezier segment. I will change the values of the end and the start handle to be the same because, as you know, the stitch shape is kind of symmetrical. And so this already looks like a stitch, but it's just a curve, so we need to give it some thickness. And for that, I will use a curve to mesh node and connect a curved circle as the profile. Now, this is a huge radius, you can scale it down and add a transform node so you can control the scale and the rotation. Now I want to repeat this stitch along this curve, so I will use a curve to points node, and these points will define where each stitch will be placed. Add instance on points and plug the stitch geometry into the instance input. We're almost there. I just need to adjust the scale and rotation. Now I will connect the rotation of the curve to the instances. It's like I'm telling Blender that the rotation of the stitches will follow the rotation of the curve. Now here, instead of using counts, I can control length, which is a bit more flexible. And finally, I want to control these values from the modifier panel. So I will connect them to the group input, then press N so you can rename it. You can also set a default value. I will do the same for the rotation and the scale. So now I can control them directly from the modifier tab without going back to the geometry nodes every time. And there's a benefit here of this workflow, which is you can apply this geometry node setup to any curve. You can control everything from the modifier panel, and that's basically the power of this workflow. Now I will plug the scale to the group input, and it's a vector. I will change it to float because it's easier to control a single value. Here I will keep the rotation as a vector.